What's up guys, welcome back to the next video learning C++. My name is QDS9 and you guys are watching my channel Crywood. Alright, so in this previous video we have shown you guys the access specifiers, and we have done all these, and we have tried using private, because we have a public here and we have used private, and you guys seen that the private acts as it's not gonna let our public ones. You guys can access the public ones here, the public members of this vehicle class. Okay, class base class, which is vehicle. Okay, so now we have created another one. To save time, I have already created the number, so I'm gonna click we're gonna try protected ones, the access specifier, the protected ones. So keep in mind, some folks call this as a access specifier, and some folks call this as access modifier, but sometime I call this access modifier. So just keep in mind that the actual ones, actually this is the access specifier. So some folks in Java they call it access modifiers, but that's fine. You guys can access modifiers or access specifiers, whatever suits you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna remove whatever we had worked with the truck, and all the truck ones gone. Okay, so I'm gonna save it, and the class vehicles, whatever, we don't need the class vehicles, because we're gonna come here with the number. You want to work with the class number now. Okay, so instead of vehicles though, we're gonna go ahead and put a number, not a, because that's the number. Okay, so now we're gonna come here and we're gonna declare our class, which is number, and we're gonna put a semicolon here. Okay, now instead of private, as I said to you guys, if I don't put a private here, you guys assume if I put an int, say for example I or j, for example, you guys assume that this is private, unless you guys put a public or whatever you guys want to do. Okay, so now we're gonna come here and we're gonna put a protected instead of private. So we're gonna put a protected member, and now we're gonna come here and we put our public as well. So now our public and protect is done. So what we're gonna do, because we have a class, our base class is a number, and I'm gonna put it here again. That's base class, which is a number, and you guys need some sort of variable. So if your variables, it means that we have a two number, it's going to be left and right. So with your number, you guys can do int. You guys can put a left, which is the left, and right, because that's the right. Why I put it left and right, you guys can put it LA, AIJ, or AB, whatever you guys like. The reason I put it left and right, because the number has to say 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So that's the left side, and that's the right side, and we have some sort of operand here, and that's whatever the number you guys get as a result. So what I'm referring to left is this one, and then this is a right, because we have a number and we want to do some sort of calculations. So make it easy. I'll make it easy for you guys, so you guys understand that. So in our public, what we're gonna set, and we're gonna display. So we put a void. The first one is we're gonna set our num. So what we're gonna do, our set a number, and we're gonna create 2 because we have left and right, and we're gonna create, say we put a int I, or you guys can go ahead and put int a or int b, whatever you guys feel like doing it. So you guys can put I or j or whatever you guys like. So then we gonna assign this a to left and this b to right. So we're gonna put a left, we put a assign a, and then we put assign b to right. So we put a right, and then we're gonna assign b. Alright, so now our set number is done, and now we need another one. It says void. Now we're gonna display number, our display num, whatever, because you need some sort of function, our method, to display your number. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a cout So the first one is what we're going to do is cout is we're going to put we're going to display the number left, and we put some sort of comma here, and then you guys, we're gonna come here and we put a right. Okay, so that's we're going to display our number. That's the sole purpose of this display function. Our display member function, our method, is that for us to make it easy so we can display our number. That's it. And we have two parameters here, int a or b. So we are gonna assign a to this side and b to this side. So as you guys see here, that we whatever number we're gonna get from the user, or we're gonna put it ourselves, we're gonna assign to this side, and we're gonna assign to this side, to the right side. That's it. And according to that, then we guys can go ahead and do your multiplication. You guys can do your arithmetic operator. You guys can do anything you guys like. All right, so first one, we're gonna put a class. Then we're gonna have class our, say, multiplication, for example, multi. That's class multi, because we want to do multiplication. And we're gonna put a public, that's access specifier, and we need the help, because that's our derived class. We need the class number. Okay, so we are inheriting from the class number. Okay, that's done. Now we have a base class, and that's our class number. We have a protected part here, which we have left and right. We don't want anyone to mess around with this one, with this side, because that's constant. We don't want to change it or anything. We don't want anyone to come in here and put a left, right, and the middle, whatever here, because that's what we put it protected. And now we have we can do our arithmetic operations, say multiplication, negation, or addition, whatever you guys like. And with the help of this, because for every number you guys want to do some sort of operation, you guys need the left and right number. You guys can put L or R or num1, num2, up to you, by all means, no problem. Okay, so now we have here, we're gonna put an int, we put a result. Alright, so now we have our left and right, which sits inside the class number, which is our base class, and we have a result, which is a private. Keep in mind that's a protected, and this part is, even though I haven't put a private, but that's a private. Okay, so now we're going to come towards the public. So for completeness purposes, I'm going to put a private. But if you guys don't see private, you guys use it, that then you guys assume that's a private. So if you guys gonna put here and we put a void, then we gotta set our number. Now you guys can use this method, because this method is already done. So you guys can put a set multi, for example, because you guys doing your multiplication. Okay, so what you guys gonna do is you're gonna put a result is equal to left, then because it's a multiplication, then you do right. Okay, so the sole purpose of this one is to set multiplication, because we're gonna put a left, whatever number we're gonna get from the left and right, and we're gonna assign it to the result. Okay, so now we need another one to display just exactly like that. So if you guys want to copy, or you guys want to write this one, so if you're going to put a void, you guys can put a display multi. You guys can use the same name as this one, because it's already defined here. You guys can make another one, so you put a cout. Now we put a result, whatever the result is, and we're going to finish our method here. So you guys can put the result is, or you guys can put a whatever. So you guys can put a nice literal string here. You guys can put the result is our very nice message. You guys can put it here, no problem. All right, so now main point here is that we have created class base class, which is a number, and we have a member here, the protected member, which is left and right, and we have two methods here, set num, which is have two parameters here, int a and b. We have assign a to left and b to right. And you guys can put another display, or you guys can put a show or show number, whatever you guys like. So we are going to show the left number and right number here. All right, so now here we gonna do multiplication. You guys can do later on. We're gonna go do negation, and because this is a derived class, we are using public. Keep in mind we have protected here. So we are using public access specifier to access this class num, which is a base class, and we have our own, which is the int result, and we have that's our own variable, which is the type integer, and that's the result. And when we go to left and right, keep in mind we are using these ones from the top. We are using the protected members of the base class here. So we are using, that's our result, because we're going to use this one left and right here, and we're going to see what happens. So this display number. So the main point here to keep in mind is the left and right, because the left and right sits here is in our base class, and that's protected, and we're using our own. We can, whatever numbers we're going to get, and we're going to decide our own. We're going to see if the if C++, how the C++ gonna react when we use this variable from the base to the derived here, because this is child class. That's a derived class or a child class, or sometimes you guys hear child, because programmers, as a programmer, you guys needs to make your life very easy. Instead of calling base, you guys sometimes it says parent, or you guys using child, and even in C, PHP and other programming language, they call it extend, because a child is an extend of the parents, and then we are extend of our parents, and our parents extends of their grandparents, and but whatever. So that's how the hierarchy of human relationships come in. Okay, so now we're going to come here in our main, and we're going to use our multi here, our constructor multi, and you guys can do whatever you guys like. So you guys can put a multi, say for example, you guys we haven't used x and y, yeah, you guys can put x, for example. Now we have an object x in a multi, and now we're gonna set the, we're gonna use the base derived class, and we're gonna see if the C++ let our let us set our number and display our number. So we use a set num x dot set multi. Now we're going to use the set num, and you guys multiply 4 times, for example, 5, and we can put a show, and we're gonna, it's not a show, it's display. We're gonna put a display here, display, and that's what we're gonna display our number. All right, so now we're gonna run our program. We're gonna build our project for any error, then we're gonna see if we have any error, and we're going to see out was not in this case scope. Out is not declared because we need using namespace. Keep in mind, if you guys don't want to put a out, you guys need to put a scope resolution operator. So you guys for the out, but like this one, if you guys don't put a using namespace standard, then you guys using then you guys going to get an error here. So we're going to put this one here, so we don't have any warning. And if we're going to come here and we're going to run, and you're going to see that's a 4 and 5. So the first part of our this one's working, as you guys going to see here. That's working because it says that that's our number 4 and 5, because we are not doing any multiplication at the moment, and we are displaying this one here. So that's our left and that's our right, and I show you that one. That's going to be this one, and this guy is here because we are using the, we have put a left and right, and now we can see our left and right. Okay, so now we're gonna use the second part of our program, which is gonna be this guys here. So we put a set multi and display multi. So we're gonna put a set multi x dot set multi, and we're gonna use the display multi. So we put a x, we put a display multi. Okay, so keep in mind, we don't we're just providing number here on top. We are not providing the anything underneath, because our number is already specified here. We already displayed our number, and now we want to see the set multi, because we want to perform some sort of arithmetic operation, which is multiplication. If you look in here, we are calling this one, and we want to display here. So we want to see these two. If the C++ let us build this one. So we're going to come here and we say that 4 and 5, the result is 20. It means that's our programming is working very fine. So here you guys needs to put some sort of space here. So we're going to look here. Okay, so that's our first, this coming from our base class, which is this guy is here, left and right. We are setting the number, we are using the left and right, and we are displaying the left, and because that happens behind the scene. Set number, we are setting the number, and we are displaying the left and right. Keep in mind, this is protected. Now here, this is a derived class, our child class. So we are extending from the number, but here we have our own variable here, the type integer, and we are doing set multiplication, and we are using this variable protected from the from the base class, and we are using that's our in our arithmetic. So that this one, the result is coming from here, because now we have called this one set multiplication. We are using left and right, we are applying multiplication arithmetic, and at the bottom one we are displaying the result. So you guys gonna see that C++ got no problem, even though that's protected, and we have using the public. With the public one, this is no problem. Alright, so the question is, how about if we put another one, another class to extend this multi-class? So for example, we're gonna protect another one. So we're gonna create, say for example, we do plus, for example, we do class, we do plus. But now our class plus is I'm gonna put this one in the middle, is gonna go ahead and do the number. Instead of going from the number, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna extend our we're gonna inherit from the second one, which is class multi. We put a public, and we do multi. Now we have a hierarchy, like a stepwise, because in this class we are not using the base class. Our base class is a class number. We are not using that one, because in this one we are using the child class. So the child class is here, and this one's extending from the top with the number, but we are extending this class multi. We are not extending the class. So we're going to see what happens with this one. Okay, now we use our private, and what happens inside the private, because this is a class plus, we put an int pl, our int plus. For example, we can use a plus, we use a pl. That's our own. Then now we're gonna put our public member, and inside the public member we're gonna set we're gonna use a plus, and we're gonna do exactly like that. Set multi, we're gonna put some sort of result. We put a plus, and what the plus is gonna do, we're gonna put this one. Then we're gonna use exactly same one here. So instead of I left multiply right, we're gonna do left plus, right? And in here we're going to display, we're going to copy that one. We're feeling a bit lazy, and we're going to change the method name, so we put a display plus, and the result is, keep in mind you guys need to change this one to PL. Now we have here PL, it's not a plus, it's a PL. Okay, so now you guys need, as I said to you guys before, we have a hierarchy here. We have a class number, which is a base class, and that's our child class, which is multi, and we are extending our, we are inheriting from the class number, which is a base class, and this child class is here, and now we are here, we are I'm going to remove that. We have a class plus. This is a class plus, and this we are not inheriting from the base, but we are inheriting from the class multi. So that's now we have our private instead of protected. We have a private, and our private is going to be we're going to put a PL for plus, so we know that's a plus, and we got a set plus, and we put a display plus. So we're going to see how the C++ gonna see that one. So we're gonna come here and we type X. It means we're gonna say set plus, and you guys see it's not working. Why it's not working? Because you guys need another object. So how we're gonna create another object is you guys gonna come here, and you guys gonna put a this multi. You guys needs to create plus. You guys needs to create another object which we put a class plus, and we put a P, for example. Now we have two objects here. That's the first object, and that's the second object, because we are extending the constructor for this one. We are using this one, so now we have one object from this one, and that was X, and the second one is P, which is gonna be represent this one plus. And now you guys gonna see that we have two objects, and here we are using, I'm gonna put this one is a bit closer. Okay, so now we can do whatever here. We put a set num P, we put a set num, and what numbers you guys want to do plus, we can do plus, say 5, and we can use another 5, which is makes it 10. So now which one of do you guys think which one of these we can use? We can use all, actually. We can use display, we can use display multi. We put a P display. Okay, so now we're gonna set our sum of our numbers. We're gonna see here we have used this one, we have used set num, and we use display here on the second one. The second objects we could display, and now we're gonna set for the multi. We're gonna put a set multi, and we're gonna put a set plus. So we put a put dot set multi, and now we're gonna put a P dot set plus, and we're gonna put P down. We're gonna display multi, and play multi, and we put a P dot display plus. All right. So now if you guys look in here, with this object we are actually using all of them. Instead of with this one we have used the base, which is the number, all the way here. But with this one, because this class multi-class inherits from this the base class, and this class inherits from the multi, and the multi in turn inherits to that one. So it's like a hierarchy, class hierarchy. We can coming stepwise, and if you go put another class here, which is going to class minus, this class is going to inherit this class is going to inherit this class, that class going to get, so it goes up all the way up. So now you guys going to see this one, the power of C++ is very powerful. That's amazing, because now you guys are gonna see here that we are using set num, we're putting this display set multi, and display multi here, and we display plus. So we're gonna see if our program actually works. So we are here, we have a problem. We didn't put a type. We guys needs to put a type. You guys needs to put some sort of see here we have a void, we have a type, we have a type, but if you forgot to put a type, so we just put a void type. So that's our error is gonna go away because it says here set plus with no type. That's fine. You guys needs to put some sort of type because here we have if you guys don't have a return, it means you guys needs to put some sort of type. That's fine. That one's rectified. Okay, so now here 4 and 5, the result is 20. So that's here, and the result is 25, and now the result is 10. So what I'm going to do here is that the set multi, the multi result is multiplication, result is the addition, result is, because we want to know that where the function is coming from, which methods, because you guys put here some sort of nice thing here, put the base number is, because you guys want to see the base number, and then after that when the multiplication, when we perform some sort of arithmetic for the multiplication, and so we perform addition, then you guys can display that. Okay, so now we're gonna see our program, and the base numbers is 4 and 5, the multiplication result is 20. Okay, so that one's coming from here because we're setting 4 and 5, and we displaying that's one, the first one 4 and 5, and set multi, display multi, and that's display multi is that that was coming from our method, which is display multi, and we have performed some sort of arithmetic here. Now this one's coming from we set it, this one's from the second object. We set num 5 and 5, the base number is 5 and 5 because that's what's coming from the base, and that's what's coming from the multiplication result is 25. We put it display, and that's display. We set multi, and that we're gonna see the addition set multi, and that's the multiplication coming to the 5 5 25. Addition result is 10. So you guys are gonna see this one. We have created the class hierarchy here. Our class going inheriting each other. So this class plus is inheriting class multi, and this class multi is in turn inheriting the base class, which is the class number. Alright, so I hope you guys understood the idea of the inheritance, because you guys inheritance hierarchy, and you guys seen here that instead of private we are using the protected one, how the protected one behaves with the other private. So this two classes got a plus, and this one's got a private, but this guy here on top is got a protected. But even though this ones have a protected, this class which inherits this one, they can use this method. So we don't have anything in our private, we don't have left and right, we are using the base classes left and right in this one. It doesn't matter how many classes you guys create, as long as you guys using public to the next class. So you guys gonna use the multiplication. Now if you guys gonna use, for example, class negation, negate, for example, our mine negation, and then you guys gonna come here and say public, you guys can inherit this plus. So you guys can do that. That's a C++ can let you guys. So now this class inheriting from this class inheriting from this class, and that class in turn inherits from that. So the class hierarchy is coming all the way down. So that's what the C++ is. And if someone asks you, when you guys read the other way around. You guys don't go from the top, you guys just go from the bottom. So you guys gonna read that class negation inherits from the class plus, and class plus inherits from the class multi, and class multi inherits from the base class, which is a number. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you guys have any question or comment, leave it in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.